Welcome everyone to Lubbock, Texas, Jones AT&T Stadium, where the tortillas will be flying in celebration and in support of their beloved Texas Tech Red Raiders. In this one, two teams from Conference USA squaring off in a weekday clash to set the table for the weekend ahead. As we'll see, the Kennesaw State Owls taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Red Raiders will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Kennesaw State's offense will have the first possession of the game. Here he comes, and obviously a defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Guard in the backfield. It's small. At midfield, he's got room. He's loose. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's small. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down at them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Buck. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And this one shouldn't be too taxing, a 23-yard try. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Texas Tech's offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Powers through the defender.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. From the gun, running back on the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Looking downfield, it's Burns. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Red Raiders send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Not going to risk a return here. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
He wants to throw. Swings it out to the flat. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football. Not good.
This is a third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And they fail to hook up on third down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. And he's made one already, and this one ought to be cake from 21 yards out. And it's no good. It's still a 3-point game after the miss.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making this.
Going with the ground game left. On the move is the 30. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Comes out throwing on first down. Dumps it off in the flats. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. At the end of the quarter, it's Kennesaw State on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Dropping back, it's Burns. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. Not the most productive half of this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. They're going back to the ground. At the 20, he's got space. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raider. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play.
Ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. Like in the passing game.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Come to the line, hoping to get some of that yardage back from the 17. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Trying to get to him. Fires downfield. He makes the catch. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And this will be touchdown across midfield at the 45. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Wants to throw. It's Burns. Tight end finds a soft spot. Ball down at the 38-yard line and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. The run to the right. Across the 25, he's got room. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raider.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Auburn is ahead early in Jordan-Hare, but that's not exactly Bo Jackson out there running the ball. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 7 over Texas State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
5 with 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
They get a huge gain on that toss play, and this running back, when he's got the ball in space, watch out. You see when he's out in the perimeter of the field, he's able to pick his spots. He can make people miss. He's got a bevy of moves. Way to generate the explosive play.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. This is hardly the start they dreamed of, down 21-3. But get a touchdown here and you feel like you're back in it, Jesse.
Yeah, and it's frustrating for this offense as well because they've got the horses. They've got playmakers to light the scoreboard up, much more than the 3 points we're seeing here. I think you just got to stay true to yourself, do you, David, and know that the points are going to come.
Well, it's also frustrating when the defense is giving up points almost every single possession. So they need to score here and take this down and have a good drive, and then the defense needs to pull their weight a little bit too.
Keep it on the ground. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. The corners are walked up tight. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Intercepted. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And these defenders practice this all week long. It's locating the football with your eyes. Great job being in position, but also how about getting your head around and locating the ball in the air so you can go up, pick it off for the defense.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Wide open, he makes the catch. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be...
Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring. So they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Trying to find his man on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. He wants to pass it on second down. Finds the tight end.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
DBs will try to keep everything in front. Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Fair catch called for, but there is a flag on the play. We'll have to sort it out.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Gonna take a shot. And he's got it inside the 35. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. This attack so lethal with that big play capability. Now 1st and 10 from the 29. He's going to pass. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it's caught. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. They're lining up to boot it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our half.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Lubbock. And we can't get very far into this halftime breakdown without talking about that stud linebacker. The kid's been everywhere all at once through 2 quarters. From clogging gaps to causing turnovers, he's been a one-man gang. Public enemy number 1 for that opposing sideline. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Jones AT&T Stadium.
Kennesaw State ready to kick it off to start things here in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
They'll go right back to the run. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense, maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Skips away from pressure. He'll pull it down and run. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
And the Red Raiders are moving quickly down the field. Trying the left side. At the 35, he's got room. Touchdown, Red Raider! And the punishment has been extended.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great fact. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little... This is happening in college football this weekend. Auburn is lining up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 24 over Texas State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. To the ground with the back. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Leaves it with the back. It's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lift. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. From the gun, running back gets to give. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. They'll try the run. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
And listen. Job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life in this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
The Red Raiders are threatening in the red zone. Looking for a man. It's Burns. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Not a particularly long kick from 36 yards out, but he'll have to guide it in for the left hash. It is perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
He's got it. All kinds of running room. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Give to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I gotta be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season. They have put the clamps down on this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling past and kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, you can pick up yards in a hurry.
That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the 3rd quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Fowler. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
Fighting off the defender. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down and 2. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down. Line gets set. 1st down. The give to the back. Turns it on in midfield. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
Might as well give it to him again. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The inside handoff. They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the change for the 1st down.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
Running back searching for a hole. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the run. Got enough space. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the 1st and goal.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that, because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive yards.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
To the air on first down. Quarterback moving. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. He's going to let it go. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown, Owls. A great catch and run for 6.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
At the 45, on his way. He's off to the races. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Virginia is being brought out back behind the woodshed right now. This is cover your eyes, hug your loved ones territory. A real shame. They're trailing by 28 to Colorado State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Off the play fake on first down. Now rolling to the left. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Well, you look at Webster's dictionary and the term game wrecker, a picture of this guy is going to show up. He has been unstoppable in this football game. That's his second sack here today.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. It's complete to the right. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll call for the fair catch here. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much this coaching staff could be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you could just put up more numbers. You know this game is pretty good. Don't turn it over, don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand. And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
Right back to it. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. They make the stop and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. Just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.